The whole issue with the genealogy of Melchizedek is fascinating to me. I was getting into somewhat of a discussion with somebody online, as much as you can have one.
Yeah.
They were arguing that Melchizedek was the pre-incarnate Christ. I think that, personally, I think that does some violence to the text and the way that it speaks of the typology there. Nevertheless, the point, really, obviously, Melchizedek not described in the genealogies of Genesis, but it also, against the backdrop of the Levitical priesthood, emphasizes the fact that the priesthood is not based on who your father was, earthly speaking. Melchizedek was a priest not because his father was a priest in this order of Levitical priests. And likewise, Christ comes in, doesn't need to descend from Aaron in order to serve, but he serves in a different order. And the beautiful thing here is that all the Levitical priests, they died. And the fact that they had ancestors who were priests, like, let's not miss the forest for the trees here. They died and they couldn't minister forever. So their intercession and their ministry was only good for as long as they could hang on to it, with an earthly life. And then we see Jesus, of course, who is raised from the dead. He serves according to the power of an indestructible life. So not only does he offer a sacrifice for sins once for all, but he intercedes now forever, and there needs to be no fear that he's going to die and we need some other priest. He's the only priest we need. He's not going to be succeeded. He serves according to the eternal covenant.
Yeah, and I like your statement. Don't miss the, the forest for the trees. I guess one aspect is we're so properly Christianized, we don't imagine, well, Jesus' priest could stop somehow.
Right. But the Jews would.
If you're talking to people that possibly are overly influenced by, I sort of want to go back to the Jewish way of doing things with a human that I can see priest, the reality that Christ will live forever. Well, his divine nature was forever, but now he will no longer die, even in his human nature.
Right.
Is just a grand thought, and that he stands right next to God the Father.
As life-giving spirit.
Yeah,
1 Corinthians 15.
Yeah, well said.
Changing the metaphor here. I don't think Paul wrote Hebrews. I'm not opposed to it, but anyway, to move out of into Pauline studies is certainly still canonical.